Today we're announcing that Holden will cease manufacturing in Australia by the end of 2017. This will mean the eventual closure of our Elizabeth plant, as well as our Victorian engine plant, our engineering center, and our proving grounds down at Langley. This is going to be a lengthy and orderly transition over about a 4-year period. And I really want to emphasize that Holden vehicles will continue to be sold and to service them just like they always have been, both in Australia and in New Zealand. But from 2018, we will become a full importer of vehicles, just like most of our competition. Our dealers have been a tower of strength for this brand for decades, and I expect that to be the case for decades to come. Now, we're going to continue making vehicles here in the Elizabeth plant until around Q4 of 2017, again about 4 years from now. From 2018, Holden will become a full importer with a national parts distribution center and, very significantly, a global design studio doing world-class work, not only for global GM brands, but also for the great Holden brand that we know and love. Now, these changes will also mean a reduction in our head office operations in Port Melbourne. And while Holden will continue to be a major employer in Australia, both directly and through our national dealer network, the end of local manufacturing will eventually mean the loss of approximately 2,900 jobs here at Holden. Now, I don't have to tell anybody in the room here or listening on television that this is an incredibly difficult day for everybody at Holden, given our long and proud history of building cars in Australia. But make no mistake, we have looked at every possible option to build our next generation cars here in this country to replace our existing models. Right now, Holden builds cars that are popular all across this country. Anyone suggesting otherwise is simply ignoring the monthly sales figures. The fact is that we build and sell 2 of the top 5 passenger cars in this country right here at this plant in Adelaide. We are the number 2 overall brand in this country, something we continue to be very proud of. But no matter which way we apply the numbers, our long-term business case to make and assemble cars and engines in this country is simply not viable. Now, it's no secret, we are witnessing a huge shift in the automotive market in this country, but also in the wider economy of Australia. In many ways, Australia's automotive industry is up against a perfect storm of negative influences, including the sustained strength of the Aussie dollar against almost all major trading currencies, the relatively high cost of production, and the relatively small scale of the local domestic market. In addition, we have arguably the most competitive and fragmented auto market on the entire planet. Now, General Motors now has all the information it needs to make this decision that we've announced today. And the bottom line for General Motors is that building cars, as painful as it is to say, building cars in this country is just not sustainable. Now, we'll be doing our best to support our people as they make this transition literally over the next 3 to 4 years. But I also know there's nothing that I can say to anybody that will take the sting from this announcement. Everybody at Holden should stand tall, now and in the coming years. We make cars all Australians can be truly proud of. And I know that our people will take great pride in building our world-class Cruise and Commodore until the very last car rolls off this great Elizabeth production line. In closing, on a personal level, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every person at Holden for their ongoing hard work, for their dedication, and for their love of this place.